Hello traders, Yolanda here with extraordinarytrading.com. Alright guys, so in this video I am going to be reviewing a trade with you all that the intraday and premium members and myself took a couple of days ago. Now this is somewhat unique in that I identified this trade setup on the daily chart, but we took an intraday trade, okay? And I'll explain the reasoning why. Also, many of you have emailed me over the months and have asked me for, just, hey, what's one price action trade setup that I can take? In case you don't know, I do have a price action candlestick playlist on my YouTube channel. And in fact, I will link to the tutorial that corresponds with the strategy that I used for this trade from this video, okay? And then I'll also have a blog post with all kinds of chart markups and things of that nature that you all can take a look at for some additional detail, okay? All right, so I'm going to, now, first of all, on the left side of your screen, I've got the daily chart, and on the right side is the 1 hour chart. I'm going to expand this daily chart so you can see exactly what it is that I was looking at. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, so here is the candlestick that grabbed my attention, guys. This is a doji, and some of you might think that this is a shooting star, and it does look like a shooting star, but a shooting star would be bearish, and this is a bullish candlestick. So this is a doji. It's not even quite a gravestone doji, because a gravestone doji would have the body of the candlestick a bit lower, okay? Regardless as to what the name is, this is a price rejection candlestick, okay? So what I was looking at was the fact that price was rejecting the highs, okay? So I'm going to zoom out here. As you can see, we've got a strong level of resistance, and we also have a triple top. And again, I will have chart markups on my website that you can take a look at for additional detail. Now, in addition to the resistance, the triple top, price made a higher high, and in fact, this was a 17-month high that price made, okay? But things that I was taking into consideration, things that I was thinking about is for example, we had a lot of volatility last week, right, guys? I mean, lots of volatility. It was really amped up, and that had a lot to do with the fact that it was month end, non-farm payroll week can be more challenging to trade, and then we had the Italian referendum coming up. So there's a lot of things going on. We've got the pending U.S. interest rate. This has been an interesting year, okay? And this is a time of year when volatility can really, be taken to an entire different level, okay? While, big funds are working towards hitting their, profit goals for the year. Now, I had two decisions that I could have made. The first one was to see if I could get in a quick intraday trade, or to look for a pullback and take a longer term trade, which I have discussed both options in prior videos. So one thing that I've mentioned in the past when it comes to taking a reversal trade is that you could simply look at entering when price breaks the low of that reversal candlestick, right? Or you could wait for price to break the lows and then pull back, retrace, okay, through a portion of that candlestick pattern, which is what we saw both happen, okay? So this is what I call like a 2-for-1 type of trade, okay? So this is where I feel like, okay, this is really great, because I had basically an opportunity for 2 trade setups from one overall trade idea. So on the 1 hour chart, this day here, and you can't see the full day, but this day here is the day that corresponds with this doji that formed on the daily chart. Okay, now what I started looking at after I spotted this doji on the daily chart, I started to look for signs for a potential retracement. That was my expectation. That was the ideal entry for me, was to look for a retracement on that particular pair. I like to use alerts on my charts to let me know when price hits certain areas, and then I start to pay a bit more attention to how price is reacting to those levels. Price didn't hit the level that I was looking at. So the next thing that I did was I started to, I like to start to scan my charts before the New York session starts, okay? And I had already put this one on my intraday watch list to keep an eye out on because I had spotted this setup, okay? So we ended up taking a short trade. We got short right here, guys. Our profit target was right at the low of this candlestick, and then we had our stop loss above here, okay? That was trade number one, which was a breakout from the lows of this doji, okay? Trade number two is still a setup in progress, and that's what occurred here on Friday as price began retracing the doji here, okay? So when the market opens, I'm recording this video here on the weekend. When the market opens, I will be looking for a potential reversal to the downside, in which case there will be a greater opportunity for more profit target taking if that move occurs, okay? Take a look at that video that I created in the past on trading a doji, for additional information. And again, I'll have that blog post on my website as well. The thing to keep in mind, though, is that although things are looking really nice in terms of a potential move lower, we do have an uptrend, and then we also have this let me move this over. We have an uptrend, and then we also have this area of support here, which is where we took our profits during this intraday move to the downside. Okay, guys, I hope this helps. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And as always, happy trading.